all of you are in my heart. And I love you very much. I love you very much.
Since the beginning of time, human beings have been searching for answers. Who am I? Why am I here? What is the purpose of existence? Many great incarnations and prophets have tried to shed light on the human dilemma and urge us towards spiritual awakening. Like different flowers on one tree of life, they spoke the same truths, but were bathed in different fragrances. Buddha saw enlightenment as the answer to our suffering, a 1,000-petal lotus emanating from the crown of the head. Muhammad also spoke of the Ruh, a cool breeze flowing out of the top of the head and the hands. At the time of resurrection, your hands will speak, he explained. And Krishna, in his playful mirth, depicted the need for yoga, or union with the divine. He spoke of the collective nature of man and the need for each of us to dissolve into the ocean of bliss. Christ also explained that salvation would come only through second birth. Forgiveness and compassion would clear the path towards this awakening, which would be felt as tongues of cool flames crowning the head in a divine halo. Heralding the new age of enlightenment, he promised us a comforter, the Holy Spirit, an incarnation who would lead us from darkness to the dawning of a new era. The age of the Mother has arrived.
Out of recognition for her great work, Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi has been hailed around the world as the Great Mother. Since 1970, her mastery over the primordial energy known as Kundalini has drawn seekers to her public programs by the thousands. They come to experience the awakening of this energy, which is felt as a cool breeze emanating from the top of the head. As our spiritual mother, this force brings about a profound state of inner peace as we're spiritually reborn. Through this connection to the divine, we go beyond the mind and into the state of thoughtless awareness, which heals and soothes our inner psyche.
Sri Mataji looked around and saw the blindness of human beings, and she became absolutely silent. She desired that everyone should attain their self-realization in order that their eyes could be opened.
Taking into account all the different combinations and permutations of the human personality, the method was startlingly simple. The seeker would express his or her desire by holding the left hand towards Sri Mataji. Verbal affirmations helped the mothering energy to rise, and the experience could be verified by feeling the Kundalini in the hands and above the head. As more and more people expressed their desire to have this awakening, she began an en masse self-realization movement. Sahaja Yoga was born.
Since 1970, she has given enlightenment en masse in over 65 countries around the world, from Russia to Australia. In 1995, at a program held in Bombay, Sri Mataji raised the Kundalinis of over 100,000 people at the same time. People overflowed from the hall and sat in the streets. Unable to hear the lecture, they simply held out their hands and felt the joy.
Beautiful love about which we have heard about, which is all pervading, is all over, and you just feel absolutely sure of yourself, as if you are entered into the beautiful hall of God's kingdom, where you are secured, you are respected, you are loved, you are looked after.
When I came to Sri Mataji, I was the child of my generation. And then, with this sort of very permissive lifestyle that we had, our generation, then when you come to someone like Sri Mataji, who is purity herself, and all your chakras are basically in jeopardy, all your chakras are more or less broken. And it's really hard because visibly, Sri Mataji was working on me, and then she was going and vomit in the bathroom next minute, because my system was really damaged by the lifestyle, which was basically the lifestyle of a kid of my generation. But when she came and she told me what she was here for, what she had come for, what she was going to give mankind, what she was giving mankind already, then, that was making the whole thing meaningful, the whole course of history. Then I was like, I don't know how you say this in English, écrasé. I was like stunned by the magnitude of it all. Because just imagine that suddenly you get a big secret.
You have the seed and you put it in the Mother Earth, all right, and it germinates because it is all built in it. This is all built in you. All this is built in you. And in the triangular bone, you have got this Kundalini, which is placed within you in 3.5 coils of an energy, which is a residual energy, which is actually the power of your pure desire. Because the desire that we have otherwise, all the desires, are not pure. That's why they are not satiable in general.
The chakras are simply anatomical locations that are physiologically understandable by terms of autonomic nervous plexi. So this is the cardiac plexus, the heart chakra is the cardiac plexus. The Vishuddhi is the cervical plexus. Now, what I don't understand is how you can get cool air coming out of your head. That's not part of my training. There is no way in allopathic medicine, in Western teaching, that you get cool air coming out of your head, and as it goes past here, you go into meditation.
The knowledge about this subtle system, that is the Kundalini, about the 7 chakras, and about these 3 energy channels, all this is described in Yoga Sutra. What Sri Mataji has given to us, she has described how each energy centers, they are controlling different organs of our body. Any disease is because of some imbalance in these energy centers. The correction can be effected only with the Kundalini awakening. When this union of your own divine energy with the cosmic energy takes place, then yoga is said to have occurred. Normally, a person cannot stop his or her thoughts, but when the Kundalini gets awakened, then a person is put into a thoughtless state, and finally it goes up to the Sahasrara and a person is feeling the cool breeze.
Yoga or union had become effortless. No more standing on your head, no need for expensive mantras. Now it was easier to get your enlightenment in the heart of London than it was in the Himalayas. Visits to the psychiatrist's couch were no longer necessary. Sri Mataji was not concerned with the quantity of people, but with the quality of the seekers. She never took any money for giving or developing self-realization, and started Sahaja Yoga with her own resources.
Meditation is such a soothing thing, such a beautiful way of connection with the divine, that all your problems get solved in that meditative mood. It takes out all the negative thoughts. It takes out all the discouraging things.
Sri Mataji travelled extensively all over the world to give self-realization, and now more than 140 countries are benefited practicing Sahaja Yoga. People from all walks of life, faith, culture, religion can practice it. The great divine work of Sri Mataji was recognized and acknowledged all over the world. Out of love and compassion, Sri Mataji built institutions for the emancipation of humanity.
With your good wishes, with your prayers, this world will be so beautiful, so enchanting that in the history people will describe that the world itself became a lotus full of fragrance of divinity. You are the petals. You are the corona. You are the color. You are the beauty. You are the pollen of that beautiful lotus, which is my vision of this world.